Alright, this is my second fingerstyle lesson. What we're going to do is we're going to take the chords we used last week, which were C major, A minor, G and F, and we're going to actually use those, but we're going to use a different right hand picking pattern to get through there. And this is going to kind of get us a little bit closer to doing some Travis picking in the next lesson. The one thing that's going to be kind of important about this lesson, let's see if we can get you a little side angle here, is that I'm playing this picking pattern. If you've ever heard Kansas' Dust in the Wind, it's basically that kind of picking pattern. It's kind of useful for all sorts of stuff. What we're going to be doing though, if you notice, if you watch my thumb, the thumb is just kind of going back and forth on the 5th and 4th strings. The other fingers are kind of filling in the rest of the gaps here. So one thing to remember, we're going to be assigning your thumb to the 5th and 4th strings. Your first finger is going to be on the 3rd string, and your middle finger is going to be playing the 2nd string here. And we're playing a C major chord. For those of you following at home, first finger on the 1st fret, 2nd string, second finger on the 2nd fret, 4th string, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, 5th string. Good old C major. Now, what we're going to do, the first part of it, you're playing the thumb on the 5th string and your middle finger on the 2nd string together. Now, getting used to doing more than just up and down is real important, because as you start playing more interesting solo guitar styles, you're going to have a lot of where you have an independent bass line or firm part with the thumb, and then you're going to be doing stuff against that with the fingers. So we start off thumb and middle finger, and then we go thumb on the 4th string, and then first finger on the 3rd string. So we got, and then after that we got the thumb, so we got, and after that thumb we're playing the middle finger on the 2nd string. Remember to keep the finger assignment straight. If you don't, it gets real confusing real fast. So we've got thumb and middle finger, thumb, first finger, thumb, and then middle finger, and then we got thumb on the 4th string, and then first finger on the 3rd string. I'll go through it real slow. Can I do it from this angle, see if it's a little easier for you to see? Now if I switch from the C chord to an A minor, keep the pattern. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go 2 times through the pattern, and we'll consider each time through the pattern one measure, on the C chord, and then 2 times on the A minor chord. Back to the C. Okay, now if I'm going to do it on a G major chord, just like last week, the only difference is that your thumb that was starting on the 1st and 3rd beats on the 5th string is now on the 6th string, but everything else will stay the same. So I'm going thumb on the 6th string, middle finger on the 2nd string together, and then thumb on the 4th string, first finger on the 3rd string, thumb, middle finger on the 2nd string, thumb on the 4th string, and then index finger on the 3rd. So I'm doing a C. When I switch to the G, notice that the picking hand here doesn't really change very much. It's just that one note. You don't want to be like picking things up and moving them around, or kind of ruining your economy of motion, because the more movement you make, the harder it makes it on yourself to play this. The last chord we're going to be using is just going to be an F major bar chord. If you haven't played these before, it might be a little challenging, but what you're doing, you're barring your first finger on the first fret, second finger on the second fret third string, fourth finger on the third fret fourth string, and third finger on the third fret fifth string. Remember that all of the transcriptions and chord shapes can be found in my the written portion of this, which is markweenguitarlessons.com. If you're looking at this on YouTube, you look up in the upper right corner where it's got the information about the lesson. There'll be a link there to that. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is I'm going to play through this little piece here. We'll watch the right hand, and then I'll do it with the left hand. So on C and A minor, G, F, C. Okay, now we'll reposition it so you can see the fretting hand here. Okay, it's real simple. The trick is getting the right hand consistent more than anything else. You probably can play those chords pretty well by now. Keeping the thumb doing its two notes consistently. And a lot of times, the way I think about it is I'm either playing a note at the same time as the thumb or in between the thumb. It's almost like you get like a banjo roll feel or a ragtime feel. See.